What would you do if, at 74 years old, you were told you had stage 4 breast cancer? For many, that news might feel like the end of the road. But for Marilynn Larkin, the answer was clear. Fight back. Against all odds, not only did she survive, but she turned her life around in the most unexpected way. At 75, Marilynn transformed into a competitive bodybuilder, proving to the world that age is just a number. Yes, this is the extraordinary journey of a woman who refused to let cancer define her, proving it's never too late to rewrite your story. So stay tuned till the end. How a tiny lump changed Marilynn's life forever. It all started with a small lump. At first, Marilynn Larkin didn't think much of it. During the pandemic, like many of us, she was focused on getting through the days. The lump didn't cause any pain or discomfort. It seemed like just another part of her usual workout routine. So she ignored it, brushing it off as something that would go away on its own. But as time passed, something told her this wasn't normal. When she finally sought medical attention, it was already too late. The cancer had spread, moving from her breast to her liver, and suddenly, her world was turned upside down. In 2023, at 74 years old, Marilynn received a diagnosis that no one expects to hear: stage 4 breast cancer. For someone who had always prided herself on staying healthy and active, this news was nothing short of a shock.
I'm 75, and last year I was diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, never having had anything wrong with me in my entire life. So that became sort of a story.
Stage 4 breast cancer means the disease has spread beyond the breast and into other parts of the body. It's the most advanced stage of the disease, and it's not typically curable. The treatments focus on managing symptoms and prolonging life, not eliminating the cancer. For Marilynn, this wasn't just a diagnosis, it was a reality check, challenging everything she believed about her health, her body, and her future. Hearing the words stage 4 inches can feel like a death sentence. And in that moment, Marilynn could have easily given in to fear. After all, the odds were against her. But instead of letting cancer control her, Marilynn made a choice. She wasn't ready to let this disease define her. She was determined to fight back, to reclaim her independence and her purpose. How one bold decision helped Marilynn reclaim her strength after cancer. Marilynn's decision to fight back didn't happen overnight. At first, she felt lost. The weight of her diagnosis felt suffocating. But slowly, she began to reflect. What had always brought her joy? What had made her feel strong, even in life's toughest moments? One answer kept coming back: her love for physical activity. Movement had always been her way of feeling strong and in control. Back in her college days, it wasn't just exercise, it was empowerment. It reminded her of who she was. And now, decades later, she realized it could help her rediscover that strength.
I've always worked out. I love to work out, not for an effect, but for the way it feels. Feels good to me to feel strong. And I also love to challenge myself.
This time, she didn't just return to physical activity, she took it further. She embraced natural bodybuilding. For those unfamiliar, natural bodybuilding is about building strength and muscle without using performance-enhancing drugs. It's not just about aesthetics or competition. It's about pushing your body to its natural limits while honoring its health and integrity. For Marilynn, it became more than lifting weights. It was about lifting herself out of fear, channeling her energy into hope, and reclaiming her life. It was a bold move. Cancer treatments had already taken a toll on her body. Many would have seen this as an impossible challenge. But Marilynn wasn't interested in just surviving. She wanted to thrive. For her, this wasn't only about a physical transformation. It was about finding a new purpose, a new reason to keep moving forward. And with that, the first step in her life-changing journey had begun. Marilynn's 16-week transformation, from setbacks to strength. When Marilynn Larkin set her sights on natural bodybuilding, she realized it wouldn't be a path she could walk alone. After battling cancer and enduring its harsh treatments, Marilynn knew her body needed more than just willpower. It needed expert guidance. So she made a clever move. She hired a personal trainer and committed to a grueling 16-week training program. This wasn't a hobby or a casual way to stay active. It was about transforming her life, testing her limits, and redefining what was possible at 74. The early days of training were brutal. Exercises that once seemed simple now felt like climbing a mountain. Each session at the gym was a battle, not only against the weights, but also against the fatigue that clung to her, the soreness that made every movement ache, and the self-doubt that whispered, "Can you really do this?" Yet, Marilynn showed up session after session, determined not to let her setbacks dictate her journey. Her training program was carefully designed to rebuild her strength step by step. Marilynn trained 3 times a week with strength-focused workouts and incorporated cardio twice a week. Core exercises like planks and bird dogs were essential to reactivating her stability muscles, safeguarding her back. Resistance training became her foundation. Squats and lunges strengthened her legs, while deadlifts and rows restored her posture and back strength. Each exercise had a dual purpose, enhancing her body's functionality and preparing her for competition. Her trainer also kept her routines fresh and challenging. They frequently swapped exercises to target her muscles from different angles. Marilynn's favorite cable rows evolved into bent-over rows, single-arm rows, and more, ensuring her progress never hit a plateau. Of course, there were tough days. Some sessions felt almost unbearable. Days when cancer fatigue weighed her down or her body refused to cooperate. But Marilynn stayed focused on the small victories. Each week brought measurable gains. She could feel her muscles growing stronger and her confidence rising. The gym became her sanctuary, a space where she could channel her energy and reconnect with her inner resilience. By the end of the 16 weeks, Marilynn had achieved more than a physical transformation. She had proven to herself and to anyone watching that even in the face of life's greatest challenges, it's possible to reclaim your power and redefine your story. How Marilynn's secret diet weapon fueled her transformation. Marilynn's transformation wasn't just a result of the hard work she put in at the gym. It was also about what she put on her plate. To fuel her rigorous training and support her body through the relentless challenges of cancer treatment, Marilynn turned to a Mediterranean-style diet. But this wasn't about just eating healthier. It was about giving her body the nutrients it needed to heal, rebuild, and fight back. The Mediterranean diet is celebrated for its numerous health benefits, and it became the secret weapon behind Marilynn's recovery. Focused on whole, nutrient-rich foods, it emphasizes fresh vegetables, fruits, whole grains, legumes, lean proteins, especially fish, and healthy fats such as olive oil, nuts, and seeds. This diet wasn't about restriction, it was about nourishing her body with the best possible fuel for strength, energy, and recovery.
The Mediterranean diet with 4 extra tablespoons of olive oil a day could be a good way for women to cut down their risk of breast cancer. The diet consists largely of fruits, vegetables, and fish, along with olive oil.
One of the standout features of the Mediterranean diet is its anti-inflammatory properties. Chronic inflammation is often a hidden player in the development and progression of diseases like cancer, and reducing it is crucial for recovery. Foods like leafy greens, tomatoes, olive oil, and fatty fish, which are packed with omega-3 fatty acids, are key staples in this diet, and they play a vital role in supporting heart health, joint function, and immune strength.
This one suggests that a Mediterranean diet rich in extra virgin olive oil can cut women's breast cancer risk by almost 70%. Spanish researchers tracked women between 60 and 80, so those eating mostly the fish and olive oil type of diets really did reduce their risk significantly.
For Marilynn, this way of eating didn't just help her recover. It powered her through some of the toughest days. Even when cancer treatments left her feeling drained, her Mediterranean diet helped her stay energized, supporting her as she tackled demanding workouts and took control of her life again. It was the perfect balance, allowing her body to heal while staying strong and ready for what was ahead. The key foods Marilynn said goodbye to for her comeback. As Marilynn worked to reclaim her strength, she quickly learned that it wasn't just about what she ate. It was also about what she chose to avoid. In her journey to recovery, Marilynn made a deliberate decision to cut out processed foods, sugary snacks, and red meat, items that often contribute to inflammation and energy crashes. By eliminating these, she was able to craft a diet that worked with her body, supporting her health and healing rather than hindering it. Marilynn's meals became vibrant and fulfilling, offering both nourishment and joy. For breakfast, she often enjoyed Greek yogurt topped with fresh berries and crunchy nuts, a perfect blend of protein and antioxidants. Lunch might be a colorful salad brimming with vegetables, grilled salmon, and a generous drizzle of olive oil. Dinner was just as satisfying, often consisting of roasted vegetables, quinoa, and lean protein like chicken or fish. These meals weren't just nutritious, they were delicious, reminding Marilynn that food could be a source of joy as well as fuel for her transformation. By removing foods that could hinder her progress and embracing those that supported her, Marilynn laid the groundwork for the transformation that would define her journey. These food choices weren't just part of her diet, they were the foundation of her strength, providing the vital nutrients she needed to power through cancer treatments and prepare for the intense demands of competitive bodybuilding. The day that changed everything. What happened when Marilynn took the stage? After months of grueling workouts, a disciplined diet, and an unwavering focus on her goals, Marilynn Larkin stood on the stage of the Hercules Pro-Am World Natural Bodybuilding Federation competition in White Plains, New York. At 75 years old, she wasn't just another competitor. She was a living testament to the power of determination and resilience. For Marilynn, this wasn't just about winning a title. It was about proving to herself and others that age and adversity are no barriers to achieving greatness.
I was on a 16-week program, but, it's really, you just keep doing it.
It's life.
Also, I got to say, it's about the journey. So it's not about winning. It's about getting there. You're a winner if you're doing it.
In addition to in-person sessions with her trainer, Marilynn also teamed up with a virtual coach who taught her the bodybuilding poses and designed an on-stage routine. With 3 gym sessions a week and a mix of online group and private coaching workshops, her schedule was jam-packed. It was clear that every moment of this journey had prepared her for this crucial day. The Hercules Pro-Am is a prestigious event in the natural bodybuilding community, showcasing athletes who have built their strength and physiques without performance-enhancing substances. This was the perfect stage for Marilynn, whose journey was rooted in the belief that hard work, dedication, and natural effort could overcome even the most challenging obstacles. Marilynn competed in the Masters category, specifically designed for older athletes. It emphasizes not only physical fitness, but also the poise, confidence, and presence that competitors bring to the stage. Standing alongside other seasoned athletes, Marilynn showcased her transformation, her muscular definition, graceful poses, and the strength she had rebuilt from the ground up. When the winners were announced, Marilynn's name was called for first place.
That's next to Manhattan, where a 75-year-old bodybuilder is proving that age is just a number. With confident poses and defined muscles, it's no wonder that 75-year-old Marilynn Larkin of Midtown claims first place at this recent bodybuilding competition.
It was a moment of triumph, not just for the competition itself, but for everything she had endured to get there. The trophy in her hands wasn't just a symbol of victory. It was a representation of her journey, her fight against cancer, and her refusal to let her diagnosis define her life. The applause, the cheers, and the recognition were deeply emotional. For Marilynn, the competition was more than just a bodybuilding event. It was a celebration of life. Her achievement inspired everyone in the room, especially those who had doubted their own potential. As Marilynn smiled and raised her trophy, she reminded the world that it's never too late to chase your dreams and that every challenge is an opportunity to rise stronger. What happened to Marilynn's cancer after she chose fitness? Before diving into the current state of Marilynn's cancer, it's essential to understand the medical community's stance on exercising during cancer treatment. Dr. Saira Ahmed, a leading oncologist, highlights the growing recognition of the connection between the physical activity and improved outcomes for cancer patients. In her experience, exercise can be an invaluable tool for those undergoing cancer treatment. Chemotherapy and radiation often leave the body feeling drained, making even simple daily tasks feel exhausting. According to Dr. Ahmed, engaging in activities like resistance training, stretching, and cardiovascular exercises can help cancer patients rebuild strength and counteract the fatigue commonly associated with treatments.
I think that in terms of cancer, oftentimes patients feel that they don't have any control over any part of their life, and that's not true. Diet, exercise, and stress control are extremely important when going through both cancer therapy as well as once you're done treating your cancer and trying to get back to the rest of your life.
Exercise not only mitigates some of the side effects of chemotherapy and radiation, but also enhances overall well-being, emotional resilience, and energy levels. Take Marilynn's story, for example. Diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer, a diagnosis that many would consider a life sentence, Marilynn took a different approach. Instead of opting for chemotherapy and a mastectomy, the full removal of breast tissue, She chose lumpectomies to remove the tumor and followed up with radiation. Her treatment choices were highly personal, but one thing was clear. She made a decision that prioritized her health and quality of life. The real turning point came when Marilynn incorporated fitness into her treatment plan. While medical treatment is often necessary, she believed that physical activity and building strength were key to maintaining her stability. Over the past year, her cancer has remained stable, which is a powerful testament to the positive role exercise has played in her journey. Fitness was just the start. See how Marilynn continues to inspire. Marilynn's passions go far beyond the gym. While her transformation into a competitive bodybuilder is truly remarkable, it's just one part of who she is. Marilynn is also an artist, expressing herself through singing, playing guitar, dancing, and performing on stage. These creative pursuits, much like her athletic achievements, reflect her vibrant spirit and determination to live life to the fullest. She remains deeply connected to her community, sharing her energy and wisdom as a motivational speaker and coach. Through her platform, Get Unbent, Marilynn helps people of all ages improve posture, build strength, and cultivate a positive mindset. Despite all her accomplishments, Marilynn reflects on her life with gratitude and humility. "I don't have many regrets," she says with a smile, "but I do wish I had learned martial arts." This mix of ambition, humor, and humanity is what makes her so inspiring. As the screen fades to black, we are left with one resounding truth. Setbacks don't define us, they shape us. It's never too late to rise, transform, and live the life you've always dreamed of.
I'll say this, people always say to me, how long will it take till I look like you? And I say, you'll never look like me, but you will look like the best you can be. And that's what I'm hoping for.